Today, I'm going to try out the top 5 craziest DIY fire ant killers that I've ever heard of in my life. I have 5 fire ant mounds, 5 ordinary products that everyone has around their home. And we're going to see, do they kill fire ants, or are we just simply killing time? We're going to find out. I'm also going to share with you our top 3 fire ant killers that we use in our company every single day. So let's go check this thing out and get to the first product. You ready? Let's go. Okay, I have to be honest with you. My last fire ant video on my channel got so many views, so many likes, multiple comments, okay? And people were sharing with me the things that they use to get rid of fire ants. And I took the top 5 craziest DIY fire ant killers and I wanted to try them out, all right? Now for me, one of the craziest ones was this right here, coffee grounds. They said that fresh or used coffee grounds will get rid of a fire ant bed. Listen, I think this is out there, but I responded back. I said, well, I'll give it a try. Well, here we are right now. We're going to give it a try. So this is one of our top craziest DIY fire ant killers that I've ever seen. So let's do this and check it out. They say that coffee grounds actually repels and gets rid of the mound. I think this is highly unlikely. I just don't see how this is going to work. But hey, let's try it out. So let's do it. Ooh, you know, it ought to be a shame to waste good coffee like this, but let's try it out. This is the mound right here. It's not a big mound, but we're going to try it out. Now, they didn't tell me how much coffee to put on this thing, so I'm going to soak it down because I want to see, does this really work or not? Just do one more scoop full and go from there. Now, the good thing is about coffee, most of everybody has coffee in around their home. If you don't, something's wrong with you. Get you some cheap coffee and spread it on there and see what we got. Okay, now here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave this right here. That way I know which mound got the coffee grounds. Now let's go to the next craziest one. You ain't gonna believe this. You wouldn't believe how many people told me to put grits on fire ant beds. Now, here's the rationale behind putting grits on it. They said, sprinkle grits around the fire ant mound. The fire ants will eat the grits will swell up inside of them, and they will explode. Okay, first of all, I don't think this is gonna work, but you wouldn't believe how many people were saying grits do work. They do work. They will kill fire ants. Well, I don't think they will, because ants actually liquefy their food before they eat it. And so they're not going to swell up and they're not going to explode. But I'm willing to try it out. Y'all said it works, so let's see if it does and see if it doesn't. Hey, I don't care either way. If this kills fire ants, I'm good with it. I would rather eat the grits than feed them to the fire ants. But let's just try it out. Here's the fire ant mound right here. Here's my grits. Now, these are instant grits. They didn't say if I had to use any other kind, but I just got instant grits. I went to the Dollar General store and I bought some, and I'm gonna put not 1 packet, I wanna put 2 packets because I wanna give it the benefit of the doubt. Two packs. This is second pack. All right. All right, come on, fire ants. Let's see what you got. I probably don't have to leave this box right here because you can definitely see the grits, but I'm gonna leave it right here anyway. And we'll see what we got. All right, on to number 3. You ready? Let's go. Okay, you wouldn't believe how many people said Dawn dishwashing soap will kill fire ants. Now, I don't have any doubt that this right here will kill fire ants to a certain degree. I just don't think it's going to kill the mound. I think it's going to be a surface level eradication. It's not going to do any permanent damage to this mound. This mound probably is going to move on somewhere else. Let's try it out and let's see what we got. Now, people didn't tell me how much soap to put in a bucket, but I'm gonna go above and beyond because I want to see if it really works. Let's go above and beyond. Okay, I have a big mound right here and a small one right here. Okay, so let's pour this on there and let's see what we got. They say that the dishwashing soap actually suffocates the ants. Well, we're gonna find out. All right, let's go on to number 4 and see what we got. This one right here kind of blows my mind. I would never think about using that, and that is bleach. But by the way, some of the comments I got on my video, man, my gosh, people are mean. They're super mean, you know. But here's the thing, you know, it don't bother me. Let's see if this stuff right here works and if it gets rid of fire ants or if it just moves the mound. They say bleach is toxic and actually burns them up. So let's find out. Hey, my number 5 is the craziest of them all. Everyone swears by it and I can't wait to try it out. They don't tell me how much water to add, how much bleach to add. I asked, but they didn't respond. We're just gonna put in what I think and hopefully it works. I don't know. Okay, here's fire ant mound number 4. We got our bleach. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. Now, before we go on to the next crazy DIY fire ant killer, let me just tell you, Max Force Complete Granulars is an excellent product that you can use to get rid of fire ants, okay? The great thing is about it, it's not just labeled for fire ants. It's multiple ant species that you're gonna get control over. So it's a great product. It's gonna kill a lot of different ant species. Also roaches, earwigs, crickets, silverfish, things of that nature. It's a great product. So that's product number 1. I'll share the other 2 products with you in just a minute. You guessed it, baby, gasoline. Let me tell you something. A guy told me, he said, put gasoline on it, put 5 gallons of gasoline on that thing and that ant bed will be dead. I said, my God, at the prices that gasoline costs, I mean, you're better off buying something else. I mean, gasoline's expensive. I mean, you put 5 gallons of gasoline on an ant bed, that's gonna cost you over 20 bucks to get rid of an ant bed. But hey, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see what we got. Now, I believe this will kill ants to a certain degree, but I don't think it's gonna get rid of the fire ant bed. But I'm willing to put it on this entire bed. You see it extends from here all the way over to there. And it's pretty big around. Should I light this thing on fire? I've had people say, set it on fire, don't set it on fire. Let's set it on fire. Be careful when you're doing this. We don't need any mishaps. We don't need anybody going crazy, getting hurt. And so be careful with this. But I'm a trained professional, right? So let me do all the crazy stuff. Hey, let me share with you real quick our number 2 fire ant killer that we use in our company, and that is Taurus Trio Granulars. It has actually 3 different types of active ingredients in it, and it's actually guaranteed to keep fire ants out of your yard for 1 whole year. I don't have to use coffee grounds, dishwashing soap, gasoline, or grits, or any of those things. I use that and it keeps them out for 1 solid year. They do not move. The mound does not move from one place to the next. It actually eliminates all the fire ants. Go check out Taurus Trio Granulars. I know you'll be happy with that. And then after we get done lighting this thing on fire, I'll share with you the third product that we like to use. Here we go. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, the third product that we like to use for fire ants in our company is a fire ant bait called Extinguish. And I'm telling you, it is going to be a great product you can put out. The ants are going to take that bait back to the colony where there's multiple queens and it's super deep down in the soil, and it's going to actually kill the entire colony. Okay, we tried out the coffee grounds, the grits, the soap, the bleach, and the gas, and I'm going to come back in a few days and I'm going to actually see which one worked and which one doesn't. Hey, and also too, if you found value in this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate it. We're always looking to add value to you guys. All right, it's been 2 full days since I applied the top 5 craziest DIY fire ant killers, according to a lot of the comments on one of my fire ant videos. The first one was coffee grounds. They said either use fresh or use coffee grounds. It's going to get rid of the fire ant mound. I have not looked at any of these mounds yet. This is the first time I've seen them. You're going to see them for the first time. So let's check it out and let's see which one worked and which one didn't work. All right, here's the coffee grounds. Some of the coffee grounds are still, they're on it, they're around it. So let's just see if it worked or not. All right, I see ants. I still see ants in the, there's still fire ants in this mound here. And it did rain out here a little bit. You can see them running around. Yeah. And it did rain out here where I'm at. And so I was even thinking, well, maybe the coffee grounds, you know, being wet kind of leached into the fire ant mound and maybe did something. But as you can see, Folgers, thumbs down. Okay, so hey, whoever you are that put the comment about coffee grounds being something to get rid of fire ants, well, guess what? That's not true. We just debunked that. There's a couple of them that sound kind of promising. Okay, so first of all, we know that the coffee grounds didn't work. Also too, go ahead and put a comment down in the chat below if you have any other fire ant remedies. I love to hear them. I've heard all kinds of stuff, and I told them I'm going to try them out. I just want to know. I mean, if they work, great. If they don't, hey, that's okay too. But I want to hear from you and see what you think. All right, let's move on to the next one and see what we got. And it's going to be the grits. Okay, I left the grits here so I know which mound is what. If you remember, I sprinkled 2 packs of instant grits on this mound. Now, a lot of people say that ants will eat the grits and they will swell up and they will kill them. I don't believe this is going to be true, simply because ants liquefy their food before they eat it. So I don't think it's going to have any effect on the ant mound at all. This whole mound was covered by grits. I covered this entire mound, even around it. Actually, I think the mound got a little bit bigger. Look. There's actually still a couple grits right there. The couple grits right there, but all the grits are gone. Like every one of the grits are gone. So let's see what we got here. Oh, there's grits inside of it. Yep, there they are. The ants are crawling around everywhere. It's been 2 days. All we're doing, I think, basically is feeding the ants. Okay, these ants are thriving It don't look like it's slowed down at all. Yeah, these guys are still going. That maybe after a couple days of eating the grits, maybe there was something in them they didn't like, but you can see they're still thriving. They're still moving around. So grits, no. And I'll be honest with you, these are the top 5 craziest ideas that I got on one of my other YouTube videos, and it's the most effective fire ant treatment that nobody talks about. That's the video. If you want to watch that video, go check it out right here. And one of them was the coffee grounds. Number 2 was actually grits. A lot of people, man, I swear they said they want to fight me over that. They grits works, grits work. Well, as you can see right here, grits, hey, no bueno. It didn't do any good. So they're still running around here. These fire ants are still thriving. They didn't go anywhere. Okay, the next one that we have is going to be the dishwashing soap. Okay, now I think this is a little promising, honestly. I think there's something to this because now I'm pulling up to it, I'm walking up to it. Got a dishwashing soap here, and you can see this is our mound. There's a lot of dead ants, around this mound. But here's the thing, we still have some crawling around. Now, as of right now, this is the only DIY remedy that has actually killed any fire ants. It doesn't look like the coffee grounds touched them, doesn't look like the grits touched them, but this right here apparently has killed a bunch of ants. They are dead, but let's move around in this ant bed. I see one crawling here. I'm seeing there's still an active hole right there. Hope you can see that. But let's move this thing around. Oh, no, look at them. Look, they're boiling out of here. They're boiling out. Wow. They're boiling out. Okay, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Just like I suspected, it did kill some fire ants, but it did not eliminate the colony, okay? And that's what I thought. I figured that soap would probably suffocate them, drown them in that water, but I didn't think it was going to be any long-term effect associated with the dishwashing soap. I figured that yeah, this was what was going to happen. But when I walked up, I seen those dead ant piles that I didn't see but just a couple crawling around. But when I dug into it, you can see how they bubble up. 3 out of the 5 craziest DIY fire ant killers doesn't sound real promising to me. And then there was something about boiling water. I didn't try that one. That was another crazy one. I just like, well, I could see it doing the same thing as really the dishwashing soap. So let's go on to the next one. Let's see what we got. We still have bleach and we still have gasoline. Let's go. Okay, here's the bleach that we used on this mound right here. As of right now, I'm not seeing any ants crawling around this mound at all. So I can see there's a hole here, a hole here. And like I said earlier, it did rain out in here. So I'm thinking maybe it had a chance to soak down into the soil a little bit and maybe get down deeper into the mound. But we'll see. Well, let's dig down into it and see what we got. All right, I'm not seeing any fire ants. There's a fire ant bed over here. I don't know. There's a fire ant bed here. Yeah, there's right next to it. But oh, there's one right here crawling around. But they're not bubbling out of this area. Oh, no, there they are. There they are. There they are. See them right here? They're right, oh yeah, they're right there. Okay, man, for a second there, I thought the bleach had something going on. You can see how it moved from here to over here, but yet there's still a lot of ants right there. I'm trying to get a good picture. You can see how a lot of ants are, and they're still moving around. Let me tell you, the reason why these things aren't really working that well, and I'm gonna tell you, it's because these fire ant mounds can be extremely deep in the soil. Depending on where the water table is or where you live, they can be up to 10 feet deep or even more, okay? And have multiple queens within that colony. And so that's why pouring Clorox, coffee grounds, grits, or even soap just doesn't get them. I don't even think the gasoline is going to be a proven effective way to do it either. But we're going to see it. And I wanted to try it out because, hey, literally I had so many rude comments and so many people. No, I'm not saying everybody was rude. A lot of them were extremely nice. But, you know, there was a lot of rude comments. But here's the deal. We know that this Clorox bleach didn't work either. So, and then there's another one that I heard of, baking soda and vinegar. I don't think that works either. I just know the anatomy and the biology of ants, and it just doesn't seem like it would be an effective route, any of these products. But I want to try them out. So here, the last thing we have is the one that we poured gasoline on, and I actually set it on fire. So this is it right here. You can see we set this whole mound on fire, and I purposely picked one of the biggest ant piles out here so to see if the gasoline was going to be affected. I did have one guy say put about 5 gallons of gasoline inside that ant bed or ant mound. Thought to myself, man, that's going to be an expensive treatment. You're better off buying some Max Force Complete, some Extinguish, or even some Taurus Trio granulars. You're going to be way better off because all 3 of those methods have been proven to work. Here we go. So far, I'm not seeing any. Come on over here. I'm not seeing any ants over here at all. There's none. None's moved around over here on this other side. Let me dig around a little bit more. Still smells like gas. There's one ant right here crawling around, but I don't see. I'm literally trying to find ants in this mound. I can't find any. All right, guys. I mean, it actually pains me just a little bit to tell you that this gasoline seems to actually done the job. The only thing is, I really wouldn't recommend it because you're pouring gasoline into the soil, and also too, if you light it on fire, that could be very hazardous. So even though it seemed like to be somewhat effective, I mean, it's only been 2 days. I'm not seeing any satellite mounds come up around it anywhere. I mean, you can see there's nothing around. It almost seemed like it's actually done the job, but you know, at the end of the day, I wouldn't recommend it at all. We had the coffee grounds, we had the grits, we had the soap, we had the bleach, and we had the gasoline, and only 1 out of the 5 seemed to be any effective because all the other 4 actually had ants still in it. And like I said, it's been 2 days. But after 2 days, the one with the gasoline is the only one that seemed like it's actually killed the mound. Like the dishwashing soap has killed some. There was the clumps there, but still a bunch in there. Even the bleach, you know, it killed some. There's still thriving in there, but the gasoline is gone. So but anyway, this is the 5 craziest DIY fire ant killers, you know, and here's the results of it. You see it, you know, but here's the deal. I got 3 products. I don't get any money off of it. I'm not even an affiliate with any of these products, but I just want to share them with you. I feel like they're going to be safer for you than using gasoline. Okay, that's Max Force Complete Granulars, excellent product, broad spectrum of all types of ants and insects. Also, Extinguish, that's going to be a fire ant bait, is going to be absolutely phenomenal for you and your family, and it's going to be safe to use around your home. Also, too, number 3, that's Taurus Trio Granulars. It's going to be an excellent product, and it's going to take care of also a broad range of insects as well. You're going to probably get about 1 year control out of the Taurus Trio Granulars. So here's the deal. If you got any questions about bugs, any questions about ants, man, if you got any questions about anything, please let me know. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to our channel. I love you guys. Thank you. Keep the comments, even if they're mean and ugly, I accept them all. I do not discriminate, and I appreciate you guys so much, and God bless.